Guys, this is the most important crypto pair that you should be paying attention to for the next couple of weeks. Okay, we're going to talk about it. But before we do that, I believe it's important to talk about BTC USDT, okay? No, it is not BTC USDT that we need to be paying attention to, but we need to understand what Bitcoin is doing because the entire market is going to follow Bitcoin pretty much. Okay, so if you've been tuning into the live streams, then you can see the daily time frame on Market Cypher B is very, very thick. And if you've been tuning into the live streams, then you know that we're talking about potentially taking this all-time high, okay? We are in swing longs that we gave in advance in the VIP Discord, by the way, but we are in swing longs and we are targeting these highs. Now, one of two things can happen if we take the high. Either we can SFP it, which if you don't know what that means is a liquidity grab, or we can start to range above it in some fashion, okay? I believe this scenario is more likely to happen. Why? Because we've already had decent rejections from the high multiple times, and money flow is very thick. We know the thicker the money flow, the more chances of divergences. And so if we have a thick money flow as we do here, and money flow continues to pour out on the daily time frame, we could still get a couple more days here or a couple more weeks here of sideways action before actually getting a decent correction to the downside, which on the chart would indicate something like this. We could range like this, and then this would be a significant high, for example. Now, the crypto pair that we're going to be talking about today that is very important to pay attention coincides with the idea that we will not SFP the all-time high, and we will actually range above the high. What do we know about alt season, guys? We know that alt season takes place when Bitcoin pumps and then starts to range, aka do nothing. That's why currently right now we're seeing a little bit of an alt season. Over the past couple days here, you can see Ethereum's up 15% in 5 days. Cardano is a little bit lagging behind. Don't worry about my TA, is up 10%, give or take. Dogecoin is up a decent amount here, 23%, which by the way, we call Dogecoin from the exact low. Anyways, you get the idea. So we're on the Bitcoin dominance chart, which by the way is still not the ticker that you should be watching. But the interesting thing about dominance is when Bitcoin pumps, it is very likely that dominance is going to pump with it. We've been around 55% since December. And if you look at Market Cypher B, you can see objectively money flow is pouring out on the daily time frame while we are making lower lows on our momentum waves, indicating that if Bitcoin decides to make its run for the high, then we could be putting in another divergence here on dominance. And what do we know about divergences? Well, these divergences can really give us a push to the downside should they play out something like this. And what do we know about dominance? Well, we know that when dominance falls after Bitcoin makes a pump and starts to range, which is what we're expecting, then your altcoins are going to absolutely run because it is an altcoin season. And so that takes me to the number one ticker that we should be watching over the next few weeks. And that ticker, guys, is going to be none other than ETH BTC. Now, before you click off, if you're not a fan of ETH, hear me out here, okay? This pair is going to affect every single altcoin in all of crypto. We already built our narrative on Bitcoin. We already covered during every single live that we're very likely to come and take the high. We already know that dominance could diverge, indicating a drop in dominance, which means, hello, altcoin season. This is the next most important coin to watch. Why? If you have been following the channel, you know that I always say Bitcoin and Ethereum work in tandem. There is no denying that Ethereum has been extremely laggy behind Bitcoin, okay? Ethereum has not produced us the same move that Bitcoin has, not even close, as indicated by where we are just relative to the all-time high. Bitcoin has taken its all-time high 10 million times, and Ethereum has not even gotten close to it. So why is ETH BTC an important pair? Well, we know that after Bitcoin makes a move and starts to range, we have altcoin season. I mentioned that a couple times already. But what typically happens, guys, money is like a river. It's like water. It flows around. It doesn't stay in one place. And after Bitcoin gets a pump, it usually flows towards Ethereum first. Now, in this case, we've been seeing some of these altcoins really outperforming Ethereum as well, but things move, okay? And so it's important to not get married to a coin because there are opportunities across the entire market. The reason this chart is very important is because you can see, just as we did on Bitcoin dominance here, you can see on ETH BTC, we have money flow getting higher over time as your price action is decreasing over time, indicating a very strong bullish divergence with money flow and the momentum waves. So ETH BTC is looking like it's going to go up. And for those who don't trade these BTC pairs, let me explain what it is very briefly for you. There's nothing more that you need to know than when these alt against BTC pairs are bullish, it is very likely that if and when Bitcoin decides to pump or go sideways, your alts will increase against Bitcoin. So these pairs are important to watch because they will basically indicate to you which will pump more. And that is why on my Twitter 4 days ago, I mentioned, hello, guys, it is so ETH's time to shine because of these divergences. We already know Bitcoin pumped. We already know ETH is very laggy behind. And it's time to play catch up. Money is like water. It moves around. Do not get married to Bitcoin. Do not get married to Solana, for example, which is already massively pumped. Pay attention to where the opportunities are right now. And right now, Ethereum is giving us a grand opportunity because we have all of this liquidity, quote unquote, to come up and collect. Okay, so the ETH BTC pair, should we decide to come up and take this high, and this pair can move pretty quickly, as you can see over here, we are very likely to have a very big run up on Ethereum. Now, does this mean don't pay attention to your other altcoins? Absolutely not. You can chart anything. Let's take a look at what Doge has been doing. Doge has already flipped bullishly, and Doge has given us a larger move to the upside relative to Ethereum in recent days. And you could have known that by checking the Doge BTC pair. Okay, so let's just say here in the last day, Doge is up 15%. In the last day, Ethereum is up 3%. So you can see that it's a very massive difference. And so this is an important pair to be watching because after Bitcoin pumps and starts to range, usually the money flows into Ethereum. And then after Ethereum continues to range, usually the money flows in towards your altcoins, and then it gets dirty into your like dirty coins, okay? And then that's typically where the cycle ends up giving us a decent top. So as you saw on my Twitter, I've been publicly very bullish on Ethereum, targeting these ugly highs here at 4,100. And I am currently in a couple of swing long positions, currently up $2,000. These swing longs that were given in advance in my VIP Discord. You know, I said here, hello everybody, I cannot stress this enough. If there's one coin to watch, it is Ethereum. And so we'll see what happens here. I absolutely believe that Ethereum is going to outperform Bitcoin this month. I absolutely believe that we will see a $4,100 Ethereum here within the next couple weeks. I absolutely believe that we could even make our way higher, and it is time for Ethereum to remind you who the queen of crypto is. And I would not be surprised if we see an all-time high on Ethereum before the month's over, especially the way that the money flow is looking on the daily time frame. I mean, it is looking absolutely disgusting on Ethereum. So I'm going to tell you guys the same thing that I've been telling my VIP members. We need to look for every single opportunity to long Ethereum that we can. And just like I mentioned on Twitter, you know, when Ludacris goes, move, bitch, get out the way. Well, that's what Ethereum is about to say, okay? Anytime you want to long Bitcoin the next month, just long ETH instead. You're welcome in advance. And of course, guys, if you're looking to purchase Market Cypher, you can get it for 20% off using the discount code Trader Geo. And if you purchase it for life, you get my VIP section for free for 1 year. And if you purchase it for 1 year, then you get my VIP free for 1 month. All other links are in the description, the VIP Discord, the boot camps, everything else. I'll catch y'all next time.